Jeremy, obviously some Pro Bowl news came out. You've made it before. You're an alternate this year. How you feeling?
That was one of the personal goals I had coming back from ACL was to kind of get back to that space. It didn't happen. It hurts a little bit. I worked really hard to get back to that space and, train my behind off coming back from ACL. Didn't happen, but it just wasn't my time at the moment.
Book's not closed yet, though. I mean, a lot can happen between now and no.
Man, the way I operate is you don't win second place trophies, right? Like you want to be the top dog. You want to be considered the best at what you do. I wasn't the best this year, so.
Let's talk about two guys that did get in right away, and Terry McLaurin and Jaden Daniels. How deserving are those two?
I mean, the film speaks for itself. I'm so proud of Terry and Jayden, but me being here with Terry for so long and just kind of seeing what he's went through and the amount of quarterbacks he's played with and just the way he carries himself in the building and every day he's never complained. He's always showed up and went to work. I'm super stoked for him, man, just because he's a testament of just when you stand, through the storms, right? Like you come out on the other side, like good things happen for you. And couldn't happen to a better person. Same with Jayden, man. Like the kid came in here and started balling off the rip. He's a great player, man. He's an even better person. We mess with each other all the time, but he's a stud, right? And you reward the studs.
Not to take shots at anybody else that's been here, but how much have you enjoyed just as a teammate and a friend that Terry got to play with a stud quarterback?
Oh, man. Awesome, man. To see the joy that he has out there playing football, man, it's really cool to see, man, because he deserves it, right? I believe that good people should be rewarded, right, at all times. And he's one of those good dudes that has never complained, always shown up to go to work. He's put his best foot forward. He's a heck of a teammate, heck of a brother, heck of a man, be a heck of a husband and father one day. And so, yeah, man, I'm just so happy for him, man, because like I said, I've been here with him through all of it, right? And so, we went through some tough days together, right? And so to see where we are now and him still a part of it and I'm still a part of it, it's really cool.
Obviously, a unique situation. You guys have already qualified for the playoffs, but the seeding's still up in the air. How important does a Week 18 matchup in Dallas feel for you?
The same way a Week 1 matchup would. We really want to win this one. And then, that's the mindset, that's the focus this week.
Obviously, you and Jayden are buddies. You brought him the birthday cake, all those things. What do you think about him getting named to the Pro Bowl as a rookie?
That's awesome. I love that for him. Super excited for him. Just, one of the guys I came in with got that honor. He's in that light, and, he earned it. Well, very much earned, much deserved, whatever the saying is, and, he did exactly that.
Thanks, buddy.
Yep.
Let's just start with how you feeling, man. How's the hammy?
I'm good. Yeah, ready to go. Yeah, no problems.
How excited are you to be in this situation, clinch the playoffs, one more regular season game left just to figure out who you're going to play?
Man, for right now, it feels good, to even be in that position. I never played in a playoff game in the NFL, so this would be the first one. But just want to start with this week first before anything. Whatever happens after that, that's what it is.
And then two of your teammates, Terry and Jayden, Pro Bowl. How happy are you for them?
Oh, man, I'm extremely proud of them. Kind of expected it a little bit, just because of who those guys are and what they have done, throughout this year. And I'm real proud of them, man. It's, there's no ceiling for them, so, yeah.
I think it's important. It's very important, to win this game, man. So just keep the momentum going and, just keep that train going, and that's the direction we want to go. So, yeah.
What can you learn from that first meeting with the Cowboys and maybe do better on Sunday?
Just doing our jobs, kind of got away from what we do. And, they was more of the physical team when we first played them. And we're a totally different team now. So, excited for the challenge, and, we up and ready for this week.
Frankie, I'm sure there's a lot more other things you're worried about, but the Pro Bowl results came out today. I think you're an alternate. Did you think you got snubbed this year?
I don't know, man. Y'all let me know. You know what I mean? I'm just I'm blessed to be recognized, and respects to the guys, man. Congrats to Jay and Terry for making it, man. They make it, we all make it, but y'all make that decision for me, man. I don't, can't control that. And, just do what I can and just move on to this next game and win that.
And at least personally, I think this is probably the most Commanders I've seen in a long time, that got so many votes. What do you think that says about the team in terms of how much people support you guys in fan voting and what you guys were able to do on the field so far?
Man, the fan base is amazing, and we're building something that's very special around here, and that's the goal. You know what I mean? I think last year they didn't have any, and then for this year, I think 13 or maybe 15, you know, if I'm mistaken. But just to see that, and that's the culture we're trying to build around here in the brotherhood, and you know, that's something we want to continue to do, and you know, years to come.
And if I'm not mistaken, you know,
We could be good if you
your
want.
first career playoff game, right? I mean, how cool is this to know after Sunday you don't have to pack your bags, you got more football left.
Yeah, man. Usually around this time, I'm like packing my trips to, you know, going back to Samoa or whatnot. But you know, I'm really excited to be in this position right now to play in the playoffs and, you know, being in the moment. Like I said, man, it's just a blessing to come this far and being able to, you know, try and stay healthy and play all these games. You know what I mean? It's hard to do, and that's something you know, I take highly of taking care of my body and you know, playing these playoff games in January and however February or long it goes. So yeah, I'm super excited.
It seemed like it was going to be a rebuilding contract. It was going to. What did you think when you were signing, and what made this happen maybe quicker than some people expected?
I knew we had something special with the guys and the roster that we had, and it was just a matter of time. How fast can we get everybody to, you know, be one and be a brother? And you know, there by no mistake or any doubt that I thought that, you know, this team wasn't going to be here where we at today. You know, it just took, you know, more time than what it was, and you know, building that foundation and having all the guys the right pieces. And I think we're here for a reason, and you know, we're gonna keep pushing for it.
Frankie, this may be a dumb question, but you've been around Jayden as much as anybody. What makes him so hard to tackle when he's on?
I'm happy I don't gotta tackle him, but I think he's just very, man, elusive. He's very shifty. His start and stop is like crazy. And he's very shifty, man. Like, and dude is tough. That's one thing I know about Jay. You know, he gets hit, you know, for that type of, you know, how he's built and how, you know, I don't want to say little, because, you know, he's just a tough dude, man. So, man, I want to go to war with him every Sunday. You know what I mean? So, and that's the type of a dude and a leader he is, and you know, all of the guys respect him for that. So, I'm just happy he's on my team.
Talk about his start-stop. How hard is it to figure out his speed? Because he seemed in that Atlanta game the other night to hit a gear we hadn't seen.
Man, he's at practice, you know, he's be cruising, so we don't really get to see it. But then the game, man, is, you know, I was talking to Judon after the game. He's like, man, y'all got something special, and five, man, it's like got to keep him contained, and it's hard to do it. You know what I mean? So. And he's also breaking tackles. It's not like you catch, like he's throwing people off and running, like, so it's always a mind game, and it's a chess with him. So I mean, like I said, I'm happy to play with him and also have him on the team.
Thanks
I
for your time.
appreciate y'all.
What's up? How you doing?
How about you, man? You
Good.
excited about this Pro Bowl stuff?
Yeah. I mean, it's a blessing to be recognized by your peers and coaches and the fans as well. I really appreciate all the fans around the country voting for me, especially Commanders fans, and not just for myself, but for my teammates. You know, they really showed out and showed up for us, not just like in person at the games, but obviously in the voting and things like that. So we definitely really appreciate that support, and they tried to say like the fan base was dead or something like that, but it's alive and well. So it's cool to be a part of this organization where you're winning a lot of games and everybody's having success from that. Honestly, at the end of the day, though, it'd be a lot better to be able to play in that Super Bowl. So, but nonetheless, it's a great honor, and I thank God to be in this position to be able to showcase my skill set and it be recognized by you know, the people who know ball. So I'm thankful for that.
You've made one of these before. What's it mean for Jayden to make this as a rookie quarterback?
I mean, I think it says a lot, not only of what he's done this season, but what the people around the league, you know, think of him as well. You know, we can't vote for him, and obviously if we could, then he'd be first ballot everything. But I think it says even more when the other opponents are voting, and he's gotten off on such a great foot as a player in this league. And again, like he's his ability to get better each and every week is something that's always struck me. But his humbleness and his even keel personality, I think, is going to allow him to continue to get better because we all know that rookie year is tough, but that second year is even harder, even when you have success. And I have no doubt that if the future is bright for him because of the type of character of the person he is and the work that he puts in. So I'm glad he's my teammate, and I've had a lot of fun playing alongside him this year.
Terry, I don't know if you know this stat, but this is the first time since 1991 this franchise has sent a quarterback-wide receiver combo to the Pro Bowl. So you and Terry
At the same year?
Same year. So you and Jayden. So first time since '91 this
Wow.
franchise has sent a quarterback and a wide receiver to the Pro Bowl
Wow.
together. How cool is that for you to be a part of that?
That's history. You know what I mean? That's again, it's a blessing to be a part of that, and I think it's a testament to the team that we built this year. Him and I are obviously, we get a lot of that attention because quarterback-receiver relationship, but it's been fun building the identity of this team this year, and we've all had a hand in it. And so to see how excited our teammates are for us is an unbelievable feeling because they know the work that him and I put into our craft and just want to be our best versions for the team. But to be a quarterback-receiver duo in our first year working together, playing together, to put that in perspective is really cool because this is a historic franchise that have unbelievable players, quarterbacks and receivers included. So hopefully, we can keep that going, and that'll be the standard of one of the standards of this place where you have players top to bottom who are Pro Bowl caliber players.
Why do you feel that you guys do have that special connection?
I think first and foremost, we're extremely competitive people, not just on the field but off the field. We really put a lot of time and effort into our craft. Good is not good enough, and you're not just happy being here. You know what I mean? And I think that is what we have in common. So even the great plays we've had, like we still focused on the plays that we miss and the ways that we could continue to get better. And I know that's just going to get better with more reps and more time in the offseason that we get to work together. But our faith as well is something that I feel like that we really connect on, and it leads us in the good times and the bad. And so I'm just fortunate to play with just a young player who's come in the league and being so ready right off the bat, where a lot of our communication and conversations are more next level, and it's going to allow us to hit the ground running for the future as well. So again, I'm blessed and fortunate to be playing with a player. I'm blessed and fortunate to be playing with a player of his caliber, but the person as well. I can't say enough about the kind of person he is, and he makes my job a lot easier. And I just know I have to put myself in position to be open. He's going to put the ball right where it needs to be. So I'm looking forward to continue to grow with him and see what more we can do together and as a team as well. We're both having a lot of fun playing with these guys, and we don't want that ride to end yet.
And for this game on Sunday, obviously you guys have a lot of momentum right now. How important is it to get this win to continue that momentum for what matters most, the playoffs?
It's huge. You know what I mean? We're treating this game as a big game because A, it's the next game we play, and B, it's a division opponent who came in to our house and beat us. And I feel like they beat us to the punch. They beat us in a lot of ways, and we made it close. But at the end of the day, we just felt like they were more of the aggressor, and they made more plays than we did. And we want to go into this game with an attitude that sets the tone and can withstand for 4 quarters and overtime if need be. And we have a lot of respect for those guys. We know they may not be in the playoffs, but they're not just going to lay down. And so we're looking forward to competing against them. And for us, we're focused on this week and not the future, but at the same time, we know what's ahead of us, and we want to have as much positive momentum. We want to be hitting on all cylinders as we go into this postseason run. It's extremely important to do that. It's extremely important to do that. And, you want to have that confidence going into playing for it all.
Coach is here. I'm all good. Welcome back into All Ears. Thank you for watching. We are excited. A first-time guest on the program, Commanders tight ends coach David Ride. Thank you for making some time for us. Obviously, it's been a heck of a ride this year, man. How much fun are you having coaching this team?
Oh, it's. I'm having a blast. First of all, it's gone incredibly fast, and
really,
I got a great group to work with. So yeah, I'm having a blast. I love it.
Why does it feel like it's going so fast?
Well, I mean, it's a little cliche, but whenever you're having fun, like, time passes pretty quickly. And we have an incredible culture, like a ton of energy. So the days just flow into the next, and yeah, we're just having fun.
In that tight end room, right, you've got young players. Yankoff and Senator rookies.
Oh, yeah.
Bates is in his fourth year, I guess, third year. And then you've got Ertz, the veteran. What does he do to set the tone for that room?
Well, first of all, Zach is, like, I get so much joy out of coaching Zach. Like, number one, I'll tell you, he's incredible with the one-on-one, like, bond and investment between the player and the coach. And what he does is he sets a great example of what being a pro is every day. And I'm talking with the specifics about his weekly process. And what's so fun, it brings joy to my heart, is you're seeing, the results on Sundays.
With Ertz specifically, he catches 2 touchdowns, the game winner in that Atlanta game, which clinches the playoffs. What if fans not realize that Zach does so well?
Yeah. What you hope for as a coach, and the fans are seeing this on Sunday, but number one, he respects the game, okay? And here's what I mean by that. The better you are, the better you have to be. So, like, think about playing at a really high level for as long as he has. Everybody knows that. Right. So the defense, the defenders, it forces you to continue to work on your process. And so what he's great at is the specifics. And out on the grass, he's training it in such detail, and he's so deliberate about it, which makes it so fun for me.
Sure.
And in the end, you see a result like last week. You think about the game winner, and it might look easy the way he's doing it, but that's the result, and it brings you so much joy because he's putting in the work to make it look easy.
Totally. For me, seeing him go down in New Orleans, that catch he made, and then the hit and everything, the full extension, I was just so happy to see him back, and then to catch a game winner 2 weeks later. He had a big catch against the Eagles too, but to have 2 touchdowns, the game winner, the more you get to know that dude, the more you kind of root for him.
Oh yeah, there's no question. He's he does everything at such a high level, and just in order to get back to that spot, I mean, it was a considerable, how he went down against the Saints, and to bounce back from that, he wasn't even feeling well that week either. But his daily regimen, I'm telling you, and that's how the great ones do it.
Yeah.
Like, there's no surprise. He never gets bored of the basics. He obsesses over the specifics. And I'm talking about even a one-step release, getting off the press, how he carves the route. And we do it. I mean, we'll walk through it. And if you were just watching, it honestly may look boring. Like, what are they doing? Why would you be going this slowly or this detailed through the same stuff over and over? And like we say, the bold genius does the same thing over and over and over, knowing that the result is going to be when the game's on the line. So he's just doing what he does every day.
It's interesting you say that, because Cliff, I think 2 weeks ago, was talking about with Jayden how great Jayden has been and what he has injected into this offense, but how important it is at the same time to never get bored with the easy stuff. Like to never not just hit that 8-yard hitch or whatever that is, and to not look for the big plays. And I think your offense that collectively has figured out, like, yeah, there's going to be big plays along the way, but we have to do the little stuff right to make this thing work.
That's it. So two things come to mind. Number one, it builds trust. Right, when you build that consistency of how you're doing things. And number two, it's like, one thing, here's what I want you to consider. If you see a great golf swing,
sure,
you're watching golf, or you see like a home run hitter who hits like 30-plus home runs a year, there's something about it that looks easy.
Pure.
It's like you could sit on a couch and go, well, yeah, I can do that, and then you go out there and you shank the golf ball into the woods. It's the process of doing it over and over, which gets you to a certain level where you run the route the way you've trained it. And then, what goes along with that is the trust that it builds with the quarterback.
So what's funny is I learned this in the preseason when we were down in Miami for that game. I listened to you and Logan Paulson talk about blocking, and I was like, man, I could lock in for an hour for this.
Yeah.
But I don't know how much time you have. You probably have a meeting to get to, so I'll try to keep it moving. you know who Stanford Steve is from ESPN?
Yeah.
He was a tight end in college.
Yeah.
He claims tight ends, and I'm curious if some of these other guys will hear this. He claims tight ends are the best athletes on the field because they have to be able to do what an O lineman does and what a wide receiver does.
Yeah, and that's part of the reason I love coaching them, because you can train the blocking techniques of the offensive line, and then you can train the route constitution and footwork of the perimeter. And when you combine the two, you know, we ask them to do a lot, and the more efficient they are with their skills and fundamentals, right, the better the results are. And you even look at how John's playing at the line of scrimmage. The production is really more in the run game and the blocking.
How tough is that dude?
Yeah, I mean, first of all, you'd love coaching him too. So different style of player, and he's got a great route tree as well. It's just what we're asking him to do right now is really take care of the edge.
And then what about Sennett's progress this year?
Benny, like, he has a chance to be a really good player. He's got it, and this whole experience being with the two vets in the room right now is strengthening his weekly process, his blocking techniques. And then think about being a young player with a guy like Zach right now. Like, that is tremendous.
Try to absorb as much of that as you can.
Yes, and so he's got a great skill set. He loves it. He cares about it. And he's working his tail off. So we're seeing the progress. And I know at some point he'll get to shine.
I got two more for you. All right.
Yep.
You're a former quarterback. You're obviously coaching
Yeah.
tight ends now, but you're our former quarterback.
Yeah.
What have you thought of what Jayden has done as a rookie?
I'm just so impressed with his poise and his work ethic. I mean, Jaden's awesome, man.
Sure.
He does things the right way, and he also he's incredibly talented. But this league, he's got the right work approach, and that's what I'm most excited about. I mean, he's in here with Cliff before 6 a.m. like every day. I mean,
I've heard Cliff gets in here real early too.
Yeah.
What time do you get in here?
I mean, I get in here early, but not as early as Cliff. Cliff's awesome, man, dude. Yeah, 5. He's here at 4. I mean, I don't want to blow up Cliff's seeing but nobody works harder.
Sure. I got one that won't blow anybody up. I'm not sure you really age much, but we have this photo.
My wife may say differently.
This is you with the Packers in 2016. I don't even. What were you, a QC at that point?
I got the beard now. Speaking of them, I worked for Coach McCarthy. It was amazing for 5 years.
Kind of interesting.
It was with the O-line. Yes, going in. Yeah, so tremendous amount of respect for him. Like, I just want to say that. He taught me so much football. And, yeah, it was with the O-line, the quarterbacks. Yeah, let's go.
All right, you
We've
got
been
work.
talking about you.
You got work to do.
Yeah. Hey, I really appreciate it.
Dude, thank you. I appreciate you taking the time. We'll be right back. Nobody go anywhere.
Okay, thanks, JP.
Thanks, brother.